What's up, everybody? You're here with Colby and Tyler Lewis, Phenom Hoops. Tomorrow we have the start of the inaugural Anthony Morrow Shootout at Charlotte Latin School. It's going to be one of the best events of the year. 7 defending state champs in attendance. We have 3 defending state champs from the public school side, J.M. Robinson, West Charlotte, and Weddington. Then on the private school side, we have all 4 defending state champs, United Faith, the Burlington School, Concord Academy, and Carmel Christian. It's absolutely loaded. Not only that, we have tons of other state title contenders in their respective divisions. We have Ardrey Kell, we have Cannon School, Charlotte Country Day, Central Cabarrus, Charlotte Catholic, Chambers, Charlotte Latin, the host school, Gaston Christian, Gaston Day, Northside Christian. We also have Providence Day. Not only that, we have a girls matchup on Thursday between Charlotte Latin and Olympic. It's going to be an exciting 3 days of basketball. We have showcase games. We also have an 8-team bracket. It's going to be the first time we've ever done bracket play at one of our high school events. And it's going to be exciting. It's going to be a chance for somebody to win a championship in December and prepare themselves for a state championship run there in March. Tyler, walk us through the bracket play.
I am really excited about the bracket play that we have at the Anthony Morrow Shootout. 8 really good teams, high-level coaches, high-level players. It's going to be really fun. I'm going to take you through the whole bracket. The first game at the first top of the bracket, we have Carmel Christian going against the Burlington School. Carmel Christian, defending 4A state champion, coached by Joe Badgett, does a phenomenal job. They're led by senior guard Bryce Cash and junior guard Jaden Mustafa. Those two have been tremendous all year. They defend at a high level, and their supporting cast is really good with Kamani Wirtz, Michael Marcus, Caleb Seiler, Boston Smith. The Burlington School, defending 2A state champions. George Marshall's first year at TBS, but we know he's doing what he can do as a head coach. Did an incredible job at Henderson Collegiate and doing the same at TBS. Junior guard Zion Walker is having a sensational year, having about as good a year as anyone in the state. And the supporting cast at TBS, you have Cam Flippin, Steven Lassiter, Ty Outlaw, Caden Hammonds, Josh Randolph, Savion Taylor. Just a really, really good team. I'm excited about that first round matchup. The second game of the top half of the bracket, you have the host school Charlotte Latin going against defending state champion J.M. Robinson. Charlotte Latin, coached by Coach Berger. He just does an incredible job. His teams never beat themselves. They play within the framework of the game, and they run their stuff. And like I said, they won't beat themselves, so it takes a very special team to beat them. And they're led by Ned Hull and Sean Rose. Ned Hull can absolutely fill it up from the perimeter, shoots the cover off the ball. Sean Rose, versatile forward who has the ability to finish inside, capable from the perimeter, and blocks, alters multiple shots. J.M. Robinson, defending state champion, have one of the best two-sport athletes in the state, David Hobbs. Incredible football player. You'll be watching him on Saturdays soon. And if he wasn't playing college football, I guarantee he'd be playing college basketball. And his supporting cast is Jermaine Gray and London Roseman. Those two are both averaging double figures. So it's going to be a really fun matchup in that first round of the top half of the bracket. Now, the first game of the bottom half of the bracket. Big-time matchup between Concord Academy and Ardrey Kell. These two teams have been, one of the best teams in the Charlotte-Concord area for a lot of years now. Concord Academy, coached by Frank Canador. He's already won multiple state championships at Concord Academy. The 2 guards in the backcourt, Isaiah Tate, J.J. Moore, have been really good all season. You have the Winthrop signee, Noah Van Bibber, shoots the cover off the ball. Swiss Army knife, can do many things on the court, and Avion Penner. And the Pete Har, Azaric kid, has been really good as of late. He's improved every time I watched him play. Really like this Concord Academy team. Ardrey Kell, Coach Kraft he gets the job done year in, year out. Brock Rose scoring the ball at a high level, scoring close to 21 points a game. He's confident. He has a lot of swagger out there on the court. Scores it from a lot of areas. Delani Hammond is one of the best paint touch guards, and he's able to create for himself. He's able to create for others. And you also have a supporting cast in Caden Caskey as well. And this is going to be a really fun matchup. I'm really excited about this last matchup at the bottom half of the bracket. Another public versus private school matchup. Cannon School, coached by Shay Roth, going against West Charlotte, coached by Jacoby Davis. Two really good programs, two really good coaches. Cannon School, led by 2024 guard Austin Swartz and 2025 guard Isaiah Henry. Those two are playing at a high level this season. Those two have the ability to take over the game at any time. And they have a really good supporting cast. 2024 forward Sean Birmingham, 2025 guard Jalen Claggett, and Mac Titus as well. West Charlotte, definitely probably one of the toughest, hard-nosed teams that you're going to see. They play extremely hard. We were able to watch them in their first game of the season versus Oak Hill, but they continue to get better and better. Sophomore guard Chad Traylor controls the tempo, plays the game at his own pace. He never gets sped up. He has the ability to knock down shots from the perimeter. They get Donovan Raymond back, who is out for injury. They have really good senior leadership as well. And really good freshman guard and Marcus Kerr, who I think is going to be a really special player when it's all said and done. This game's going to be really fun. Two really good coaches, two really good teams, and two teams that will compete for a state championship in February.
As Tyler talked about, that bracket play is going to be extremely exciting. 3 days full of high-level games, teams competing for a championship. Not only that, we have just some intriguing showcase-style games. Starting tomorrow, 12 p.m., we have a public and private matchup between Charlotte Country Day and the defending 4A state champs, Weddington. Charlotte Country Day, led by Dallas Gardner, the UNC Pembroke commit. He makes them go. Not only that, they just have a tremendous supporting cast. You have junior guard Amari Bethel. You have Sam Turner, Carter Alessi in the backcourt. And then inside you have A.J. Hewitt, Fletcher Bigham. They're playing really great basketball. They're a dark horse in that 4A private school basketball. They're taking on 4A Weddington. Weddington, obviously, they have a completely new look. A lot of those guys from last year's championship undefeated team, they graduated, right? But they're still Weddington. They still play that same brand of basketball. They're going to execute. They're going to share the ball. They're going to be able to shoot it at a high level. You have a guy like Grant Hamilton who went for 45 points the other night, knocking down 12 threes. That's just unheard of, right? But then you have guys like Aiden Cook, Bernie Ta, Nolan Dunphy, KJ Younger. They just have a really good team. They play well together. They know what they're doing. So you can't count out Weddington. Then 7:30 tomorrow night, we have probably our matchup of the night, or one of them, right? We have Chambers Public School, one of the best teams in 4A basketball, taking on Providence Day. Chambers is led by Nick Doran and Mario Hansen. Nick, they both, against Cannon School the other night at the Holiday Classic, they combined for 47 points. Nick, 6'6" wing, one of your best unsigned senior guards or wings available. He can shoot the ball at a really high level. He's athletic. He can get downhill and finish at the rim. They also have Mario Hansen inside, one of the best bigs in 2024. Very skilled, can great touch over his right shoulder, and just an excellent passer. It's going to be an intriguing matchup with Mario Hansen taking on Providence Day's Riley Allen's back, the Western Kentucky commit. So it'll be a good test for Mario to see where he lines up against a high-level big in Riley. Riley can score over either shoulder. He shoots the ball extremely well from the perimeter. He's just a tough, strong kid. He's definitely the focal point of that team alongside UTEP commit Trey Horton. Trey's a great, physical wing guard who can shoot the ball at a high level and defend on the other side of the basketball. And then you got young guys like Trajan Thompson and Nick Haley that can absolutely get things done. So that matchup's going to be really exciting. Tuesday night, 7:30 p.m. As we head into Wednesday, we have 4 straight showcase-style games. Starting at 12 o'clock, we have United Faith, the defending 1A state champs, taking on Charlotte Catholic. United Faith is led by Fordham commit Alex Bates and Winston-Salem State commit Lance Gill. Both of those guys set the tone for this team. They're taking on Charlotte Catholic, led by Pat Tivnan, the senior post player, who's one of the best players still unsigned here in North Carolina. He can score over either shoulder. He can face up, make shots from the perimeter. He's one of the best big guys here in North Carolina. Should be a great matchup to start the day. Then at 1:30, we have Gaston Christian taking on defending 4A state champs Weddington. Gaston Christian has an unbelievable freshman point guard in Cam Newman, and they have a junior who can really shoot it, Joe Ryan. In addition to that, they're taking on Weddington, led by Grant Hamilton. We talked about him earlier and how that Weddington team just is like a well-oiled machine, right? They're going to be able to shoot it. They're going to execute. They're going to do what they do that makes Weddington successful year in and year out. Then at 3 o'clock, we have a private school matchup between Northside Christian and Charlotte Country Day. Northside Christian, although their record might not reflect it, they are one of the toughest teams in the state simply because they play one of the toughest schedules in North Carolina. They're going to be battle tested. They're a tough, scrappy group led by Antonio Perkins, Josh Bullock, Kyrell Shaw, Kamar Gowlock, and more. Those guys are going to be scrappy. They're going to play. They share the ball, and they can make shots. They're taking on Charlotte Country Day. We talked about them earlier with Dallas Gardner, Amari Bethel, and more. It's going to be an exciting matchup. Both of those schools are right there here in Charlotte, so get on out there. Make sure you guys support those guys. At 4:30, we have Gaston Day taking on Central Cabarrus. Gaston Day is one of the top teams in 2A private school basketball. Look for them to make a state championship run. They're led by senior ETSU commit Callum Richard. Skilled post player. He's really long. He's mobile. He blocks shots. He runs the floor. He can score over either shoulder. He is a really good big guy. And ETSU got a great commit in him. Not only that, they have guys like Evan Montanari and Colin Fay. That backcourt together, they can really make plays. They can make shots. They're just smart, heady guards. They're taking on Central Cabarrus, who, in our opinion, right now is probably the best team in public or private school basketball. They might not pass the eye test, but those little guys, they're tough, they're scrappy, they share the ball. They play at an unbelievable pace. That's what sets them apart, the speed of the game that they play at. Led by Jaden Thompson and the Daniel twins, along with Gavin Bullock. Those four together play really great basketball. They're going to press you. They're going to speed the game up, but they share the ball so well. They get open looks. They play such a unique brand of basketball. They're fun to watch. That's going to be a very interesting game. As we head into Thursday, our final day of the event, we start things off at 12 o'clock with a girls' game between Charlotte Latin and Olympic. Olympic is led by Barry Terry, averaging 17 points a game, and Devin Long, averaging 13 points a game. They'll take on the host school in Charlotte Latin, led by Charlotte Toome and Neely Hume. It should be an exciting game there to start the day on Thursday. I'm really looking forward to this one. After that game, we have our 7th place game at 1:30. At 3 o'clock, we have our 5th place game. And at 4:30, we have our 3rd place game of the bracket play. That leads us into 6 p.m., our last showcase game of the event. It'll be Central Cabarrus taking on United Faith, two of the best teams in the state, regardless of classification. Like I said, Central Cabarrus is arguably the best team in the state, public or private. They're going to make the game fast. Those guards are really tough. They shoot the ball. They share it. They're a really tough out for anybody just because they play such a unique brand of basketball. Taking on United Faith, the defending 1A state champs. This should be a dogfight, right? It's going to be one of the best games of the weekend. It's going to be exciting. Then we finish off the event at 7:30 Thursday night with the championship game of the bracket play. Make sure you guys are all out there. It's going to be an exciting 3 days of basketball. We look forward to this.